Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. This pick a card reading is a general reading, so it should fit any situation you find yourself in. And as always, we have our three piles here with group 1 on the left through to group 3 on the right. I'm also going to show you the reverse side of these cards in case it helps you with your selection. If you're after a private reading with me, you can book that in the description box below. And that being said, I'll leave you with your selection and I hope you enjoy your reading. Hey Group 1, and welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the blue banded agate and the cute little butt that's on there. But blue banded agate is a stone of self-confidence and healing from trauma. It's also associated with the throat chakra, being that it is blue, so it might be a good time for you to speak up this week or trust what you have to say is important or impactful, and also listening is a key factor of that throat chakra as well. It's not all about speaking our truth, it's also about being able to listen. So group 1, impeccable energy this week I'm feeling from you guys. So some of the main signs in your reading is Gemini, Taurus, Pisces, Virgo, Leo, and Aquarius. Those are the main energies in this reading, but it doesn't matter if that's not your sun sign. It could be another part of your chart or someone you deal with. So we also have the pendulum here if you'd like to think about what your question will be. I'm going to pull that for you at the end. Let's jump straight into the past energy for my group 1s. We have the 6 of Pentacles. We have also the Lovers and the Empress here for you in the past energy. So this is quite a beautiful energy. It shows there's a lot of support and help around you right now, and also that you are a lot of that support and help for others as well. This could be particularly around your partnership here, or it could also be to do with family as well. Like you're really there to help them, and it feels really good because you've got the abundance to do so. A lot of energy around the mother here, or a mother. If it's not your mother, it could be the mother of your children, or it could be a friend who's a mother, who you place it. But the Empress is often motherly energy. It's very fertile energy. Maybe there's news of pregnancy in this energy, or something that's blossoming and growing for you. There's a deepening of commitment in your relationships here. There's a lot of help extended though. That's a big factor, is in the recent past you've been able to help or receive help, depends on how you resonate with this reading. But I do feel like you've got a lot to give here. You've got a lot to give in partnership, into your family and to your loved ones that mean a lot to you. So a really, really beautiful, abundant energy there for you guys. You're making big decisions at the moment as well that have a lot to do with your future and abundance. So right now it's a very important time for you guys. As you progress into the week ahead, we have this 8 of Wands energy. So there's lots of information back and forwards this week, lots of communication around this, around your workspace, lots of meetings maybe, or conversations needing to be had. Maybe it's with family as well, but with the 8 of Wands, it's usually information going back and forwards, lots of exchanges, letters, emails, writings of all kinds. We've got the King of Pentacles here, another very strongly abundant energy. But this person's going through a bit of a transition in their life right now. So they've left behind an old path, and they find themselves about to go down a new journey here as well, is what I do feel. Some of you might have travel coming up, or you're planning for a trip. I get with the cloak sort of hiding the pentacle here, like there's a sense of like keeping your plans under wraps, and I've kind of got that down here in another area as well, but I've just noticed it with the cloak crossing over the pentacle. It's like you've got something really good and solid, but you want to keep it from prying eyes right now, or there's something you want to protect. You want to protect your energy. But definitely in a bit of I don't know if I'd call it a crossroads, but it's definitely an evolution that's going on for you. High Priestess is making sense too in the center of your reading. It shows that right now is a time where maybe I kind of feel like it's a little bit blessed. Like things are, maybe there's a lot of synchronicities around you. It feels like you can see both sides of the veil, is what I'm feeling here. Like you're somebody who's very grounded in your life, but you're also very, very intuitive and spiritual. So you can see what's going on. I'm getting that read between the lines sort of energy. So you're other people may not notice the signs and the things that you pick up in the details, but they're really there for you this week. And I feel like you're being strongly guided by that. There's also the sense of like not everything is revealed. There's some things that are going on in the spirit realm, whether that could be, I'm hearing the word nefarious, so some things might not be the best energy. Maybe that's why you've got the cloak protecting your pentacle here. So you just like, maybe you're wanting to protect yourself against any spiritual energies that are not helpful or supportive. We'll leave it at that. You can, yeah. So, yeah, some stuff there. So we have the Six of Pentacles further into your week ahead. We've also got the Page of Swords. And then from there we have the Hermit. So what I see here is something, see, I feel like this is a separate thing on its own, and then it joins this to mean another thing again. So first of all, the Six of Pentacles, it is the card of family, of children, of past lives, or of people that are from our past. So I do feel like there's definitely a strong connection around family in this week for you. It's a very big thing in your life. Maybe you're a parent. It makes sense if you have children that family would be, you know, children would have a lot to do with you this week, attending their sports or whatever it is. But with the Six of Cups, there's also a lot of reflection on your own childhood and the way things were done and how you'd like to do things differently. I think there's a lot of learning around education of children or what needs to be done with children. And outside of this, I do get there's someone from the past that might be kind of keeping an eye on you. But with the Hermit here, it's like you turn your back on that energy, which is interesting because you've got these two cards. These are from a deck I got recently called What Lies Beneath. And I thought I'd get two cards in relation to your challenge, and it kind of matches in this energy here too. It does sit directly above it on the table. One card says Game Over, and the other is Setting the Record Straight. So you may be setting the record straight with someone from the past, or you may just the absence of your energy, walking away from that energy, could also have a factor here of setting the record straight and no longer engaging in childish games. So something might come up there with that. You've also got some tea leaf oracles. One of them is Mice with discord among family or friends, but then you also have Scissors, disappointment in some fair, and it makes me think of, you know, cutting the cords of this, whatever that energy is that comes your way. So if you feel energy being projected towards you, or you know a specific person that may be keeping an eye on you, I would recommend doing a clearing for yourself, because you've got so many good things happening for you. Actually, you've even got this in your self-care card, set boundaries. This is a big no in the center there. So definitely look up what invocation might be supportive for you, maybe using particular candles or sage or something just to protect your energy from prying eyes, because this is a spying energy. Could also be you keeping your eye on a situation. Take it how it resonates, but I do feel like this is external coming towards you. With the Hermit though, it's definitely got you learning a lot. I feel like as well there's something here around childhood. It makes sense with this other card you have, in the world but not of the world. It shows me that you're somebody who's meant to climb to your own heights, and that's like either against all odds or against what the beliefs you were raised in, or the people around you, the beliefs that they had of success or what they're capable of. You're capable of so much more of that. In fact, there's a mantra from that card I'll read to you. It says, regardless of the short-term resistance I may feel from my circle, I follow my wild heart wherever it may lead. And that's because you are meant to do your own thing, and it's very unique to you. Your path has your own unique blessings that are not for anybody else, and not everyone is supposed to understand those, and that's okay. The next card that follows on from that one is actually the Ram and the Dahlia with determination, which is exactly that same energy of being very determined to go for what you wish for. And interesting, what you wish for is followed by the Hope Jar, which is another little ritual you could do. I'll read that for you in a moment. So I like how this all ties in. You've got a little bit of interfering energy around you, but for the most part, you are full steam ahead and building a lot of abundance for yourself. There's a lot you're going to learn from this as well, and you can't get that answer from anyone else. This is something inside of you that you know the truth of, and it won't always be validated externally, and that's okay. You've got to run with it. So in the area of challenge, you have got the Knight of Wands and the Seven of Cups. And this can be two different things or both. So one is a very immature energy that may be around you, causing a lot of confusion. They may be very inconsistent, and it could also be a very selfish energy. For others of you, it may also mean only that this could be your energy, in the sense that you've got a lot of different ideas, and they're not like, I can see where there's an area where you are very grounded, but some of your ideas are not grounded, in the sense that you may be trying to take on too much at once, or you may sort of start things and then not quite finish them and then move on to something else, and you've got lots of unfinished projects around you. So that could be a factor as well. Take it how it resonates. If it's an external energy coming towards you, causing confusion and chaos, then you'll know. Obviously you'll know, especially with the discord energy there. But otherwise, yeah, if it's more about you, then you should also know what to do with that, and focus on what makes you happy is the answer when it comes to what will help with your challenge. You've got strength and the 10 of Cups here. So this is also about strong boundaries, having the courage to say no to things, having the courage to persevere when it's supposed to happen as well, the determination energy. But with the 10 of Cups, it's very much that energy of focusing on that happy ever after image of your life. What is it that's going to make you the happiest? The hope jar might be a wonderful thing to get clear on that and to manifest and bring it in. I'm going to read it now. So decorate a big empty jar however you like, and write down some hopes and wishes on small strips of paper, and a single wish on each strip. When you're ready, kiss the wish paper and smile and say, I add my hopeful wish to this magic jar. As I do, it will come true. So mote it be. Place the wish in the hope jar and leave it in the sunshine or under the moon, or both. And you can put new wishes in the jar whenever you feel like it. So a bit of a vision board energy, but also like a little bit more magical maybe. If that calls to you, give it a go. Give it a go even if it doesn't. Just give it a go just cause. See what happens. You might also realize certain wishes you have in the process that you didn't know about. So it's definitely a beautiful little thing you can do to hold strong with the dreams and the visions and the wishes you have for your family, for your happiness. I love this image. It's like the rainbow there really talks about having come through a lot of challenge and using your strength to get to this place. You deserve to enjoy the happiness that's coming for you. You've worked very hard to get to this place. It's a beautiful immaculate garden, an overflowing cup of love here, and this beautiful pink unconditionally loving awareness. It makes me think of Ram Dass, I am loving awareness. Maybe that's a teacher you lean on, or the wisdom you can lean on at times. Underlying energy for this reading I'll hold up is the 9 of Wands. It shows an energy of determination and perseverance, even when you feel like you can't or you don't want to anymore. There's tiredness to this at times. There's also a wariness. Maybe you're feeling a little self-protective. Like I can see that here. You're definitely a little wary of certain energies and wanting to protect yourself. In the area of what you don't see coming, you've got the 4 of Pentacles, the 6 of Wands, the 7 of Swords. So what I see with this is a great deal of success coming your way, but needing to keep it really quiet, needing to keep it under wraps, because for whatever reason, really, I see this goblin's head here, and it makes me think of like a witch hunt for some reason. So like, you could be dealing with someone who's trying to undermine you, or maybe wants to see you collapse for whatever reason. It's their own problem. You're very safe and protected. I do feel that, but you do need to keep your success a little bit quiet as it comes up, because you've got success coming your way. You definitely have. You've got some wish fulfillment here. You've got recognition from peers. Maybe you're just really succeeding in your workspace. There could be envious eyes around you, so just be mindful of that. There could also be someone trying some BS, but don't worry. I do feel like you're protected. I do feel like what's meant for you is for you only, you know, and you're the reason that this has come true for you, these beautiful wishes. In your outcome energy, the tarot, you've got the Star, the 10 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. This is gorgeous. This is very healing. The things you're building right now are staying here in your life. They're the things you're building to last. You're at this, like I said, like maybe it's a crossroads, maybe you resonate with that, but there's definitely evolution and a direction you're taking that's very different from your past journey. And it's taking you somewhere that's going to bring you a great deal of success and security. A lot of stability for your family as well. We've got this beautiful image. I don't know if it's focusing well, of the couple under the tree, and you know, the wizard godfather grandfather figure with the little boy in the tree. It's quite sweet. And then the Knight of Cups here, lots of romantic energy as well. Maybe it's time to go on a date if you haven't had a little date in a while, if you're coupled, or date yourself. You know, do sweet things with yourself that help you enjoy your life, because it's another card you actually have is to have fun again. So you are needing a little bit of a lighthearted playtime outside of all this work and building and defensiveness as well that shows up in this reading. So yeah, definitely I'm seeing this again, game over. Like, I don't know what that means for you. Maybe it's a personal message, but for a lot of you, I do feel like it's like somebody else's games are over and you're setting the record straight in that area. So if there's any suspicion or accusation or anything like that is in with this blue stone as well, healing from trauma, part of that might be your chance to speak up about something that happened in the past. But I also feel like there's a lot of strength in walking away. Just looking at that hermit energy as well, not engaging, turning to your own truth and learning what you can from the situation and move forward. Lots of curiosity around family situation. I feel like you're teaching someone in your family something. There's definitely the energy of guidance, teaching and learning here, particularly with children maybe, but it could also be a sibling or something there. Wanting someone to learn self-sufficiency or something like that, independence. So as we saw before, you had the in the world, not of the world. We have the ram and the dahlia. I'll read that for you now. The meaning is you have the power to accomplish your wildest dreams. While others may tire or lose interest, you are persistent and will see your ambitions through. The questions that you may ask yourself: what am I most determined to accomplish? And when have I worked best alone? And when have I benefited from help and from another's help? So that might also be something to think about, is needing help or asking for help. The hope jar, as we saw, it's definitely an important one for you. It will be very fun as well. Having fun again, setting boundaries, we saw those already. And you also have hydrate. Definitely making sure you're getting good quality water and enough of it. We saw the discord and the scissors here with the mice and the scissors. And then you also have 3 others before I check your pendulum. So you have the butterfly, a change for the better. Definitely lots of beautiful growth here for you. You have the throne with position of authority. I really feel that is you taking your own throne in your life. And mountain road, you are on the road to success. Absolutely, group 1. Let's have a look at your pendulum question now. So can I see a yes for group 1? Okay. And can I see the no? Beautiful. Can I have the answer for group 1's question? That's a very clear yes. That was not messing around. That was wasting no time at all. Just, yep. No, and that's all I feel about it too. I don't have any extra things to tell you there. So just a yes. Hopefully that's supportive, but always use discernment with such a tool. And that's what I have for you, group 1. So hopefully that's resonated with you and supported you for the week ahead. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Take care. Hey, group 2, and welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the blue calcite, and right as I started your reading, it's begun to rain quite beautifully. So a nice cleansing shower. And anyway, with blue calcite, it is a stone that helps bring tranquility and peace into your mind, into your body, achieving a state of relaxation and also clearing, repelling any negative energies and thoughts. It is blue, so associated with the throat chakra. Maybe there's something you need to express, or maybe something you need to hear. So group 2, I also found it interesting actually that this looks like a bit of an iceberg next to the cards that I have here, because I've used the Mermaid Tarot for you today. So it's just interesting. It kind of matches that like block of ice somewhere in the deep cold ocean. Anyway, let's jump into this reading and have a look at some of the main signs you have here. Is Sagittarius, Libra, Capricorn, Leo as well. So that could be you, someone you deal with, but it doesn't matter too much. Let's jump into the past energy. I'll just also let you know that I have a pendulum for you at the end, like usual. So past energy for my group. twos. So did I say ones? I meant twos. Definitely group 2. So we have the Magician, Temperance, and the 7 of Wands. Maybe if I didn't say 1, you could be drawn to it. That seems to happen a bit. So yes, Magician, Temperance, the 7 of Wands. So right now it's like this, I feel like a push and a pull between doing and being, action and then alignment and relaxation. Like you might sort of be a bit stop-start with some things right now, but there's something you're wanting to achieve that's going to take a long time. And with this 7 of Wands, you could also be trying to gain your power back after a period of accusations or challenges. With the 7 of Wands, this can be either you being accused of something or you trying to protect yourself from other people's energies that are not good for you. It could also be that you're accusing someone else of something as well, and that's part of it. Who knows? It does feel a little complex and will be different for everybody. I do have a couple of special cards here from a new deck. It's called What Lies Beneath, Hidden Futures Oracle cards. So I'm going to pull those up shortly. They're more in relation to your challenge, which I can kind of see is already here anyway. So this challenge is something unfolding or ongoing for you that you're still trying to get your power back with and trying to heal from. So Temperance and the Magician is your main energy. Like things are, I do think, are going pretty well for you right now, but there's still some lingering energy and that 7 of Wands there for you. So in your current energy moving into the week ahead, you've got Justice first of all. So you might be setting the record straight for someone. You may also be in a situation where there's some sort of repercussions for previous actions, whether that's your own or somebody else's. It's definitely highlighted at the beginning of your week. There's definitely like some rebalancing of the scales, and it doesn't feel good for anyone involved. With the 5 of Swords here, it is that typically the word catchphrase that comes with the 5 of Swords is hollow victory, where you're walking away from a situation and it may feel like someone else got the better end of the deal or the stick or whatever, or vice versa. It's just complicated, and no one was better off for that situation, but there's justice being restored here though. With the Ace of Swords and next to the Devil in your week ahead, the Ace of Swords, I think there was something similar in a different pile last week or the week before, because I really remember this combination being here of like this heavy rope over the Ace of Swords on this shipwreck, and then somebody in a cage here or washed up on the ocean. So for some of you, it's like there's might be some grittiness inside where you're trying to understand your truth or speak your truth or find your truth could be the factor here as well. And it's very much a truth will set you free situation. There's something that's got you feeling quite trapped, and so maybe it's a matter of clearing your energy, looking after yourself, doing what's necessary to remove yourself from anything that feels like it's taking your power away. You're going to become quite clear about any areas where something's sort of hooking into you. If you feel like there are maybe cords sent your way, maybe a banishing ritual, or kinesiology is fantastic to investigate any attachments that we hold that are sent our way. And I am doing distance sessions now if you want to look at that or find a practitioner in your area. It's definitely a fantastic modality to get to the root core of these things. But yeah, with the Devil here in your week ahead and the Ace of Swords, it's like I think it's really a time to liberate yourself out of a situation that's trying to hold you down. Because what I see here is someone who's really trying to get their power back after someone tried to take it away. And then you have the Page of Swords and the 9 of Cups. It's like you're trying to figure out what is needed to bring about your wish fulfillment, because you've got wish fulfillment coming in here, that's for sure. But with the Page of Swords next to it, it's like you're learning all that you can. You're doing everything you can to create the life that you want, the results that you want, and you're applying yourself. You're showing up. You're leaving no stone unturned. This is the beauty of the Page of Swords. It's also an acknowledgement that there could be someone keeping their eye on you, or you're keeping your eye on a situation very closely, very carefully. Just be mindful of watching too many readings that might not be helpful. It might muddy the waters a little bit, if that might be a message for someone, not everyone, but sometimes watching or obsessing over an energy with this Devil energy being here could be harmful more than not. So just be very, very mindful of where you're needing to strike a balance, where you're needing to just find your own truth rather than find it externally, and keep working towards building those beautiful things that are coming towards you in your life, because you have a very much to do with those good things coming, your efforts, your actions, your alignment, your choices, the things you choose to learn. So in the area of challenge, we have got the Three of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the Ten of Swords. So this is definitely the energy of betrayal or heartbreak here. And this could be at the hands of somebody very immature and very, very selfish. Ten of Swords may mean there's been a literal loss of life in this situation for some of you. Others of you, it's the end of a relationship. But the picture is quite grueling and painful here, with the blood on the snow. But we also have these cards from the What Lies Beneath that I mentioned to you before, and one of them is actually the betrayal card. Deceit, backstabbing, traitors, unworthy of trust. And this person has been stabbed in the back. So that may have been your experience. You may have been stabbed in the back in this situation. And then we also have outdated, discarded, outdated, irrelevant, and old news. So it could be someone trying to dig up old things from the past, or maybe you're finding yourself ruminating on the past and it's time for you to walk away from this energy. To discard this. It's no longer relevant. It's old news. It's like time to move forward. Don't worry about it. Leave it behind. I know there's healing still to be done here, but you're moving on to better things. Whatever this betrayal was, yes, it's painful. Yes, it's still showing up in your reading, but you need to, what can we do about it? This is the area of what will help with the challenge. First is the Four of Cups. We'll acknowledge your sadness. Yes, there is a lot of empty cups in this situation. Yes, it's not a pleasant experience that you went through, but there is still a cup. That's the beauty of the Four of Cups. There's still a cup here that the universe wants to offer you. There's still more blessings. You're still walking towards your Nine of Cups. At the end of your week, there's wish fulfillment. So what you can do is acknowledge that while there is sadness, it may also be time to just focus on taking one step at a time towards building your itself back up again, building your abundance. If this was in the workplace, then it can also be with the Eight of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, about building your reputation, or maybe even moving on into a different workplace if that's what suits you, if it is to do with that. But here we have with the Eight of Pentacles, that's about mastery. That's about showing up every day and getting a little better, a little smarter, learning new techniques to create something really masterful with the Queen of Pentacles. So you have a lot of blessings here. You've got a lot of abundance that can grow for you. Things that happened, unfortunately, you know, somehow this is happening for me, not to me. Somehow we can find a way that this serves us, whether it changes the timing of things or changes how we look at the world. Somehow there's something we can learn here to help the situation actually serve us, and not stay in the wallowing energy of that Three Cups spilt out in the Four of Cups. That can be a bit of a danger there. So be mindful, especially with the outdated energy. It's really trying to encourage you to move forward where you can, but at the same time, it's not dismissing your healing process. It's just being mindful to allow new doors to open, or allow yourself to be open to a new story, or yeah, something like that. So in the area of what you don't see coming, you've got the Three of Cups, the Three of Wands, and the Two of Cups. So you've got here, for some of you that are single, it's like I'm seeing for someone that they may be meeting someone very special through a group of friends, but it's not going to happen just yet. Like you may meet them and then it leads to something else. You don't see that coming as a single person. But those that are not in a single person, it could also be that you're waiting to catch up with your loved one. You haven't seen them in a little while. Maybe you live far apart or something like this. So seeing them again is something you don't see coming, but they are coming towards you. We've got romance here. We've got reunion. We've got connection. So there's a lot of really good things here coming in for you that you don't see coming, but you just need to wait for them a little bit longer. In the area of outcome in the tarot, you've got the World, Strength, and the Ace of Pentacles. You really are closing out an old cycle, and it's taking a lot of effort for you to set yourself free here so that you can have this beautiful treasure chest of life that is waiting for you. This Ace of Pentacles is financial windfalls. It's new beginnings of all kinds in the physical material world. It can also talk about you feeling like you've got a new lease on life, and that you're living life like it's full of appointments and practices and things that make you feel rich And I don't just mean financially rich, you know, rich of experience, rich of love, rich of color, rich of energy. But there's definitely a strong cycle that you're closing, and you're beginning a new one, and it's got so much treasure waiting for you. There's gifts waiting for you. There really is. Look, actually, I shouldn't spoil it, but it's, you know, that's what readings do a little bit. Diamond, you'll be receiving a precious, or giving a precious gift. And I do feel like a lot of you are receiving something very special in the future. I don't know if that's this week, but it's coming towards you. It's a matter of coming out of this cycle and into the next cycle. And in that next cycle, I do think there are beautiful gifts coming towards you for sure. Lots of surprises. Look at the fish jumping out of the cup in the Page of Cups. This is the underlying energy of your reading. It's also a card of compassion and forgiveness. So be mindful where you're needing to forgive others, forgive yourself, work through those, you know, more young emotions, those emotions that maybe challenged us when we were children or adults, young adults like teenagers. These things can still stay with us, these emotional patterns. So there might also be a little bit of growth and learning in that regard as well for you. I see the star there, lots of healing, lots and lots of healing. So let's jump into the oracles now. You are already golden. I love that for you. I'm going to read it from the book. Dare to love yourself as if you were a rainbow with gold at both ends. And there's a treasure chest. There's something about that. Hey, after a storm at the end of the rainbow, there's going to be a treasure chest for you coming. You were born golden and will remain untarnished and untarnishable no matter what has happened or is yet to happen. You cannot add more gold to your stature. Nor can you take it away in a fit of low self-esteem. When you remember you are made in the image of and likeness of your higher source, the one who created you, you realize your value was proven long ago before you were born. Knowing you don't have to spend your life attempting to show everyone how good and worthy of being loved you are, you can, at the very least, start having more fun. The mantra is, remembering my golden essence, I can relax knowing I have the Midas touch when I let go and allow my soul to guide me. I love that. It's very sweet. And you've also got the badger and ginkgo with healing wounds. There's two meanings that this could be, and I'll read them both for you. The upright meaning is, take what resonates, of course. The upright meaning is your actions have hurt someone. Apologize and take steps to right your wrong, setting the stage for healing. Consider whether your own wounds have led you to inflict pain on others. And the reverse meaning is someone has hurt you. The person in question may not be aware of their wrong, but your pain is undeniable. Be gentle with yourself, lick your wounds so they can heal properly. I feel that in this reading, like a lot of you, it will be that that you have been hurt, but as a general reading, everyone will connect a little differently, and maybe there's someone out there who needs that other message. And especially touching on that throat chakra of having something to say, but there's also someone who needs to listen as well. So yeah, leave that. We have a magical ritual card for you. Happy magic for pets. Animals are my friends. I am kind and loving to them. If you have a pet, now might be the time to pull them close. Animals are your friends, and if you're lucky enough to have a pet, you can give good wishes and energy. Hold to your heart something that is your pet, such as a blanket, a collar, a name tag, or a toy. Close your eyes. You can hold them as well. Close your eyes and think about your pet being happy and safe. Really feel this and imagine it in your mind clearly, and say the name of your pet is loved and protected, so mote it be. Give your pet their magic present. You may like to give them something extra or new, or just knowing that they're healing friends of ours, to hold them close while you go through these things. They're very much there for you. There's definitely that pet magic around you at this time, and maybe you're considering getting a pet, maybe you don't have one, it's something you've thought about. So some self-care prompts for you is sleep and rest. Give your body the rest that it deserves without feeling guilty. Love your work. Ask yourself if what you're doing today is truly making you happy, but it's also those that do genuinely love their work to dive into it. We've got the Eight of Pentacles in what will help with your challenge, and maybe it's just diving into work a little bit right now if that's a place that feels really good for you. Or if it's not, then it might be also about, like we saw before, someone that this is a workplace situation, it's very disappointing. It might be about just like sharpening your skills or going over your resume and stuff so that you can move on to something a bit better for you. With the Queen of Pentacles there, you've definitely got, you're very employable, you're very successful, there's a lot of talent, expertise and experience in you. So whatever's going on, don't let that sort of tarnish your view of yourself if that's needed. We have glow up, do little things that make you feel beautiful, or take a whole day, whatever you want to do. To-do list, get more done, eliminate distractions from your day by having a to-do list and checking it off. It also feels good every time you tick it. Some tea leaf oracles and then your pendulum. So we're starting with the eagle, triumph over troubles and obstacles. You've got a lot of bird energy here with flying bird, news is on the way. You have the flute with disappointment in a friend or lover. And with the betrayal energy already in this reading, I dare say that's already unfolded. And as we saw before, you've got diamond with receiving a precious gift, or perhaps giving a precious gift. So group 2, let's have a look at your question. So can I see the yes for group 2, please? Lovely. And can I see their no? Nice, nice and gentle. Can I have the answer for group 2's question? Yeah, that is a yes. That is a yes, and I'm like, there's something before the yes, and I can't quite get what it was. It didn't feel massive, it didn't feel too significant, but I acknowledged it. Like, I don't want to give away what group 1's pendulum actions were, but I can relate in a way. I'm gonna leave it there. It was a yes. So hopefully that was supportive for you, and hopefully this reading gave you some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance for the week ahead. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Take care, group 2. Hey group 3, and welcome to your reading. If you have chosen this beautiful slate of agate, this will be your reading. So agate is a wonderful stone for soothing any anger, transforming negative energy into positive energy, and also with analytical and mental processing abilities, the way we perceive things, the way we think, things like that. So maybe there's been some negative thinking or some things that might be troubling you in the mind, or seeing things in a certain way that doesn't serve. Maybe that's something that's being highlighted for you at the moment. So group 3, let's jump into your reading with some of the signs I can see here. We've got Leo, Libra, Virgo, Aquarius, Libra again there, and Taurus energy all here in this reading. So that could be you or someone you're dealing with or thinking of, or another part of your chart. So let's jump into the past energy. I'm going to have a what is it called, a pendulum for you at the end. If you have a question to ask the pendulum, it'll be there for you. So let's start with the past energy, and honestly I'm just going to say straight away that this is definitely looks like a challenging time for group 3. So if you feel like you're going through some challenges right now, this would probably be your reading. So let's see what we can find for some guidance through these challenges. But starting first with looking at the past, we have strength here. So we have a bit of an angry bull in this scene. Someone's trying to hold that aggression back. We've got this 7 of Cups, the 5 of Pentacles, the 5 of Swords. So this looks like something erupted and caused a lot of confusion, and then it turned into abandonment and sadness. So that's like very generalized in a nutshell, but let's go look at this a little deeper. So this, in the recent past, you may have been really feeling a strong sense of wanting to correct something, feeling like a real strong urgency to understand the whole picture, to rush the process. Because sometimes I feel like with the 7 of Cups, it's that feeling of urgency, of wanting to have clarity around something that you just can't yet. And with the butterfly at the top of this string, it's like really trying your best to figure out how to evolve in this situation, how to transform this energy into something more positive for yourself. But it's been a real challenge. It may have been a real struggle for you. With the Strength card next to it, trying to control certain temptations maybe. There's a lot of confusion around understanding something and the growth that's required. So with the Five of Pentacles, we see someone under a mushroom and it's raining. So maybe you're feeling a little left out in the cold in a situation, or that you're feeling maybe quite insecure or not good enough, or there's definitely this feeling of lack and maybe lack of self-worth here. With the Five of Swords next to it as well, it could be that a battlefield that unfolded has left you feeling this way, or you had to, like some shocking truth maybe came forward, or something happened, and it's definitely caused everyone to sort of disperse in this situation, and everyone's feeling wounded by this situation. Nobody got out of this unscathed is what I'm feeling here. Take it how it resonates, but I do feel like everyone's feeling very wounded from this situation. So in the current energy, you have the Eight of Cups. You're trying your best to just leave it behind, trying to walk away towards self-love and self-care. You're trying your best to do what's needed to heal, like you've been trying in the past as well, with this, like trying to understand something that, and it's like something you wanted maybe didn't happen, or trying, like there's a lot of confusion. Like that's why I think this stone is talking about that perceptions and, you know, mental function, because there's definitely something here that's not clear. Maybe believing something that's not true, or and for some reason it's brought about a situation that's very uncomfortable for you. And with the Eight of Cups here, it may be that someone's walking away from you in this situation, or it could be you walking away. Take it how it resonates. This is a general reading, but with the Ace of Cups here, it's definitely this week ahead is a time for you to rest. We've got the Four of Swords next as well. To rest and fill your cup. A little bit of candle magic might be really supportive for you right now. A beautiful ritual with a candle. You can find beautiful invocations online or create your own depending on what you're trying to achieve. But it's definitely something around nourishing yourself is very, very important. Lots of loving guidance. Like I feel like the ability to surrender into a loving state or a loving perception in this situation is going to help heal your heart and heal the situation. Four of Swords here is kind of left in the cold energy as well, but it's asking you to really have a think about the things that have happened, because right now things maybe are stalemate or frozen, and then we've got this autumn, lingering autumn, so something has fallen and now the winter is taking place. It could be quite literally if you're in the southern hemisphere, but take it more like a metaphor, where it's a time for you to just be still right now and think things through, do gentle, loving practices, things that help heal your heart and mind. Because with the Eight of Swords coming after the Four of Swords, it shows me that there's like either analysis paralysis or this really overwhelming doom thinking, or there's definitely something around inner child wounding here, thinking the worst, being harsh on yourself, feeling very trapped in mentally in this situation. And what fell out altogether next to that was actually the Nine of Cups, Nine of Swords, and Judgment. So it's like, I see this happy scenario here. There's all this beautiful family and the lucky ladybird, but then the Nine of Swords are like running away from that experience. And with Judgment there, you may see yourself in the images here, like something that's unfolded for you may be represented in the images and you can see that for yourself. But for reading it, it's almost like there's a real fear around getting something that you wanted, and maybe you didn't get what you wanted. And maybe that's why there's all of this stress and anxiety right now, and you're being awakened to the truth. And see, there's the light that wants to get in is really helping to melt the snow so that the new growth can take place. So you really do need to be very gentle with yourself, clear your energy field, clear your mind in particularly. It may be that someone else's wish fulfillment has, caused you to feel very anxious for some reason. Maybe someone got something you wanted, and take it how it resonates, but it does look like a very complicated energy to be in. I've got 2 extra cards for the challenge. They're from a new deck. It's What Lies Beneath the Surface Oracle. So these are very supportive for the cards in the challenge. And the challenge cards are the Hermit and the Eight of Pentacles. So the challenge right now might be sort of feeling on your own, feeling like you've got to go through this yourself, maybe feeling like there's no one else that can help you, only you know the truth or only you have the answers. And with the cards that support it, we have insecurity. We've seen that with the Eight of Swords and a few of the other cards here, Five of Pentacles. But you've also got falling apart and falling into pieces. So this is definitely a time that is very challenging for you. You may definitely have your insecurities triggered by an experience, and it could be making you feel like you're falling apart. Definitely reach out to professional support if that's the case. If you do need that extra support, highly recommend that for you. But in the challenge, we're seeing here that it's like really, really wanting to self-develop, really wanting to learn about the situation, what it all means, how to grow from it, but finding that quite hard on your own. What will help with the challenge, we have the Four of Cups here, and this is an interesting Four of Cups because typically Four of Cups is 3 empty cups spilt out, and they're dwelling over that, they're feeling really sad and maybe even victimized. But then there's usually a golden goblet there that they're not looking at yet, but it's like there's a golden opportunity. But in this particular deck, it's like all the cups are outside of the window, and although she's very disappointed in what's unfolded, and it seems like there's no cup here to be offered, even though usually in the Four of Cups they're not seeing the cup yet. That's the issue, is they're too busy dwelling to actually see the opportunity yet. The rain that's cleansing you right now, the things that you're doing are actually going to help fill all 4 cups, and you will see there'll be a renewal and some really good returns. Or if it's not about good returns, I don't think that's it. I think it's more about new opportunities. I do feel like there's your cup is being filled by the universe. You are being supported. You also have the Seven of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. So this Seven of Wands, this is self-protective. It's also like this swamp waters, like trying to protect yourself from the swamp waters here. She's inside from the rain. So like protecting yourself from any negative energy, whether that comes externally or from yourself, and staying really focused on your healing, something that's going to need your full-time investment. We have here a pregnancy as well, so it could be around something that you are birthing, whether that's an actual child or a new you, or a project or something you're invested in, because this is about things that take a long time to achieve. And so it's like you're pulling yourself out of victim mode might be part of this as well, and really just investing in what's good for you, investing in your health, protecting yourself from the flood waters, from stagnant waters getting in. There's definitely protection needed here. Underlying energy is the Star though, and this is in beautiful clean waters with these wonderful lotuses that speak about spiritual awareness and consciousness expanding. So there's definitely a lot to heal. There's a lot of hope still in this situation that things are going to improve, and there's many things you can do for yourself to help that along the way. And underneath that is the Knight of Pentacles, so it shows that this is a slow, long journey. We see that already with the Seven of Pentacles, but with the Seven of Wands, sometimes there might be resistance to accepting these higher learnings or moving into that space. Maybe it's because you're still feeling hurt, and that's okay. Take your time, but do what's necessary to love and nurture yourself to get back to that place where you can start to climb. So in the area of what you don't see coming, this is interesting. Again, you might see your story unfolding in the images here, but we have the Nine of Pentacles, very abundant energy. But then we have the Queen of Swords, who's looking on very scornful, and then the Two of Wands. So what does this mean? This can mean many different things, and it's a general, so I'll give you a few examples. So some of you may feel like it's time for you to strike some boundaries and go off on your own for a while. Maybe you're needing to feel independent and to bring the abundance back to your life. For some of you, you already have a lot of abundance, and this scornful energy, maybe it's a perception you're holding, hence the mental clarity stone of the agate slice. maybe it's the way you're perceiving your blessings. It's like keeping everything frozen. So then maybe there needs to be more gratitude or abundance mindset here, because she's very cold. It could also be this energy of somebody else, whether that's you and somebody's looking onto you with harshness, or vice versa. Somebody who thinks you have it all, or maybe you think somebody else has it all. Take it out, resonates. This is in the area of what you don't see coming though. So there could be a real coldness from somebody, whether they have something to say that is cold, or it could be that they have nothing to say at all and they're going their separate ways with the Two of Wands. Or maybe that's you who's got something cold to say and you're going your separate ways. Either way, what you don't see coming is it's kind of like glass breaking is what I'm seeing, or like ice breaking. Maybe you need to break the ice with someone. Somebody is feeling very cold though. Someone's feeling quite harsh in their heart. Somebody wants it all. There's that energy here as well. I feel like somebody trying to get in the way of somebody else's success here is a little bit. I don't know if that's someone else, or maybe you find yourself in that energy feeling like you've missed out on something. I don't know. But anyway, in the outcome for this tarot is the Five of Cups, the Fool, and the Empress. So there's definitely a lot of sadness, maybe even a bout of depression here. We're seeing the flowers all trampled, and the Five of Cups is about grief and loss, regret, sadness. The Fool is here though, so it's like a new cycle can begin after you've finished moving through the sadness. On the other side of that, there's a leap of faith that you can take, which will bring you more abundance and happiness and bring you back into a state of personal power, and that you can really bring the things you want into your life. If there's something, a ship has sailed is what it feels like in this situation, but that wasn't your ship, you know, that's the thing. I feel like you've actually got some really wonderful things coming for you, but it's a process to get through what you're going through now. And then you will end up in this Empress energy, which is very abundant, very fertile, very magical, nurturing, and yeah, very, very successful. Like there's so much you'll learn from. I'm seeing foolish mistake here with the Fool for some reason. I don't know, that might not be for everyone, but maybe there's some, like, somebody's made, whether it's you or someone else, there's some kind of foolish mistake. But you can elevate out of this energy is what I'm feeling. And I keep seeing the Hierophant when I split the deck, same time every time, the Hierophant. So that tells me it's about embodying and acting on those higher lessons and learnings that we have. The Hierophant is our higher education. It can be like learning higher level information, but then there's a message with the Hierophant to actualize that knowledge, to actually live by those pieces of wisdom, to maybe practice what we preach, if that's what it's about. So in the area of oracle cards now, and I'll do have a pendulum for you at the end, you're starting with They Glisten When You Listen. This is a beautiful new deck from my son for Mother's Day. It'll be cute. So I'll read it to you. Faith requires following the power of a whisper. If you wanted to, you could skip right past the tens of thousands of awe-inspiring blessings happening all around you. They will never insist that you stop to notice them. The magic of life rarely arrives like a big tuba band with the baton twirlers and jugglers on the backs of elephants leading a parade with skyrockets bursting in midair. Most often, the preciousness of life is more like a whisper on the wind, the feel of fleece, the taste of honey, or the whiff of lavender. There is a gentle wavelength where your soul speaks to you, and it is constant. If you can't hear it, it isn't because your soul isn't speaking, it's because you are not listening. It's up to you to chill, become still, and tune into its subtle yet trajectory-altering thrill. When you do tune in, the magic in life will take your breath away. Like a person whom you are in an intimate relationship, it seems to notice your recognition. Before you take on your day, pause for a moment to behold the swirling, whirling, magic and miracles that surround you, from the gravity holding you to the gorgeous ground beneath your feet, to your digestion and the planets dancing and spinning around the sun at thousands of miles an hour. Give life a nod and notice the magic and miracles expand with your awareness. The mantra of this card is, life shimmers and sparkles with rapturous delight in response to my appreciation. I see that through this whole read here. There's definitely wonderful things to be grateful for, even though not everything may be how you want it to be. And you may feel like you're falling apart right now and insecurities are deeply triggered, but there's hope. There's healing, step by step, slowly. My favorite court card, the Knight of Pentacles. Slowly, methodically. This is the energy that doesn't rush to some outcome that it really wants, some ideation. It's here making today beautiful. It's learning all that it can from the current steps that it's taking. It's present with the process. So let's go on to the otter and the cattail with peace. And I'll give you both the upright and reverse meaning. You may resonate with both or either. You are entering a time of peace and tranquility. Enjoy it. Allow yourself to fully relax. And the other meaning is, as you navigate a difficult time, remember that your discomfort is temporary. Limit your struggle by going with the flow. Turn onto your back from time to time, letting the current carry you forward. Some inquiry questions are, do I allow myself to enjoy peace when it finds me? And am I struggling needlessly against a strong current? Sometimes these situations can be helped with kinesiology. I'm always going to promote that, and even more so now that I'm offering distance sessions. So if you feel like you're really struggling with something, I would recommend booking in a session and we can work together to get to the core of whatever's going on inside of you, because that's what it's all about. It bypasses the stories we tell ourselves and goes straight into that subconscious place where the body holds that innate awareness and truth. So further into your reading, you have the Happy Poppet. This is a beautiful little magical ritual you could do for yourself this week. It says, I am enough. I really feel like that's important for the group 3s this week. So I really recommend you do it. I mean, sometimes we don't have time for these things, but if you get the time, I highly recommend it. Anyway, the ritual is to draw a shape, such as a circle or a flower, or maybe a heart, whatever you feel, on a double piece of felt or fabric, and cut the shape out, giving you 2 pieces that are the same. Sew up the shape to form a pocket, which in magic is called a poppet. Stuff the poppet with dried lavender or flowers, straw or cotton wool, and sew it up completely and decorate it. Hold it against your heart and think about really happy, exciting things you may have experienced, something beautiful you have seen, or a movie that made you feel good. Clap 3 times, make a wish, and leave the poppet somewhere visible and safe. You can add more intention to that ritual. Just use your imagination, maybe as you put things into the poppet, making wishes, or just happy memories, gratitude. Oh, I'm very grateful for this and that, and whatever it is. Just like, you can really make that your own. So you also have some self-care cards, and one is to get a reading. I think I have some spots left for this month, but you may already have a reader you love to go and see. But a personal reading might be good. But again, kinesiology is like an in-depth reading, honestly, because it gets that truth like nothing else. You have clear your energy field, refuel your energy, reclaim your power. Some clearing ritual would be really beneficial, and a health checkup as well, whether that's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual health, whatever it is. See your practitioner and get that support. Your tea leaf oracles, and then your pendulum. So tea leaf oracle 1 is shark. Take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. Bit of a warning there to be mindful of spending or contracts or whatever. Handshake, a meeting with a stranger could be important. You have the card kite with vacation. You're probably needing a little bit of a break right now. Maybe planning a vacation might feel really good, giving you something to work towards, something to be hopeful about, something that you can really, I feel like it would be a fantastic idea actually, even if it's just a day trip, something, whatever you can afford, something to look forward to. Yeah, anyway. Dagger with fears, worries or tense situations, and the great time to go out and have fun. So this is really acknowledging the challenge you're going through, but it's also really supporting you out of that challenge and into a better space. And then your pendulum question. Okay, I had a weird feeling that I shouldn't do your pendulum, and then it just broke. And that's insane that it broke like that, because I can't even see a gap. Okay, I'm going to take that as no question today. I already had a weird feeling about it, so I'm going to trust it. Maybe the question isn't the right timing, or the answer let's just trust that. No question. Maybe it's about not asking questions anymore and taking actions instead. Maybe that's it. I don't know. That was strange. Okay, group 3, I'm going to leave it there for you guys. I'm sending lots of love and protection your way this week. I feel like it would be really beneficial to do any clearings you can, get all the support you can through whatever's going on for you guys. If you'd like a private reading or a balance, you can find that in the description box below. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Take care, group 3. Bye.